This is the lecture part 1 of chapter number 2, that is two variable regression analysis, from the book Econometrics by N. Gujarati. Let's start this chapter with hypothetical example. Here total population is 60 families. Y, that is a dependent variable, shows consumption expenditure of families on weekly basis. X is independent variable and shows the disposable family income. Disposable family income is that which is left out after payment of taxes. Making it simple, we can say that X simply defines income and it is an independent variable. 60 families were divided into 10 groups of approximately the same income level. For regression, we need fixed values of independent variable. Here, income is the independent variable, so we need fixed values of X, or you can say fixed values of income. So for that, we make 10 groups of income of 60 families. Here, X defines the income of 60 families. So Xi defines the specific group, or you can say Xi defines, or it shows subgroups. Let's say X1 shows the group of people earning $80 income. X2 shows the group of people earning $100 income. X3 shows the group of people earning $120 income. X4 shows the group of people earning $140 income. X5 shows the group of people earning $160 income. X6 shows the group of people earning $180 income. X7 shows $200 income. X8 shows $220 income. X9 shows $240 income, and X10 shows a group of people earning $260 income. So Xi shows the specific subgroup of income. Now this is the overall data of population. Here X is the income, which is divided into 10 subgroups. You can count from here as well: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So income or X variable is divided into 10 subgroups so that we can draw a regression line. Here Y variable shows weekly family consumption expenditure, and there is considerable variation in weekly consumption expenditures in each income group. You can see that at $80 of income here, the consumption expenditure of different families are as follows, that is $55, $60, $65, $70 and $75. Likewise, for $100 income, consumption expenditure of different families is $65, $70, $74, $80, $85 and $88. For $120 income, the consumption expenditure of families is $79, $84, $90, $94 and $98. Similarly, for income of $140, there are 7 families whose consumption expenditure is $80, $93, $95, $103, $108, $113 and $115. Likewise, for the income of $160, you can say the consumption expenditure of families you can say 6 families is $102, $107, $110, $116, $118, and $125. Similarly, you can say for 180 degrees of income, the consumption expenditure is 110, 115, 120, 130, 135, and $140. For $200 income, consumption expenditure is 120, 136, 140, 144, and $145. For $220 of income, the consumption expenditure is as follows, that is 135, 137, 140, 152, 157, 160, and $162. For income of $240, the consumption expenditure is 137, 145, 155, 165, 175, and $189. And in the end, for the income of $260, the consumption expenditure is 150, 152, 175, 178, 180, 185, and $191. Now, if you observe that we have mentioned 60 families here, and if you can count all these number of families, so these all are 60 families. The consumption expenditure of 60 families is mentioned over here. हमारे पास यहाँ पे 60 फैमिलीज़ हैं, तो हर स्पेसिफिक इनकम लेवल पे 60 फैमिलीज़ का कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर रिकॉर्ड कर लिया गया है, and then we added up the consumption expenditure of 60 families earning different income level. You can say that जो families $80 कमाती हैं, उन 60 families उन families का जो consumption expenditure हमने ऐड कर लिया वो है 325. That means that we have added all these consumption expenditures of the families that lie under the income level of $80. So there are 5 families that are present in the group of income $80. So when we added up the consumption expenditure, we get the value $325. Likewise, we add all the consumption expenditure of each income level. At $100, when we add up the consumption expenditure, total number is $462. For 120 income level, the total consumption expenditure is $445. For 140 income level, the total consumption expenditure of 5 families is $445, and for $140 of income, the consumption expenditure of 7 families is $707. For 160 level of income, the consumption expenditure of 6 families is $678. Actually, we added up all the families that lie under each specific group of income level. So likewise, when we added up these specific families under specific groups, we get the total consumption expenditures. Likewise, you can say for 180, it is $750. For income level of 200, the total consumption expenditure is $685. For 225 income level, the total consumption expenditure of the families that lie in this group is $1,043. And for 240 income, the families that lie under this group, and the total consumption expenditure of these families is $966. And for the income level of $260, the families that lie under this group, and the total consumption expenditure of these families is $1,211. So after that, we calculated the average or mean value of consumption as well. You can see here in the end. And we calculated this average or mean value of consumption expenditure by dividing the total value by 60. Why we divide the total value by 60? Because 60 is the number of total families. And here another question arises, that why we take the average value, and the answer is we take the average values because regression is drawn on average or mean values. Here if we add all the consumption expenditure of all 60 families all together and then divided by 60 families, then the mean value is something different. You can say that here if I added up all the you can say consumption expenditures of all the 60 families all together, the answer is 7,272. So the total of the consumption expenditure of this data, this one, is the total consumption expenditure is $7,272. And when I divide this total consumption expenditure by 60 families, then the answer is, or the mean for 60 families is $121.2. That shows that we have a total population of 60 families, and when we take the average of consumption, then it you can say $121.2 is the average consumption expenditure of 60 families. So this is the overall consumption of all the families all together. अगर हम इस सारे डेटा का, जितने भी हमारे पास कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर्स यहाँ पे मेंशन है, सबको ऑल टुगेदर हम इन सबको अगर ऐड कर लें और उसके बाद हम उसका मीन ले लें बाय डिवाइडिंग दैट वैल्यू बाय 60, बिकॉज देर आर 60 फैमिलीज. अगर हम उसको डिवाइड करते हैं टोटल नंबर को, दैट इज़ 7,272 को अगर हम 60 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो जो हमारे पास आंसर आएगा दैट इज़ $121.2. वो हमें ओवरऑल एवरेज प्रोवाइड करेगा कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर की बाय all the 60 families. So we can say that this number, that is $121.2, is the overall consumption of all the families all together. And we have already calculated the average consumption of different income levels as well. यहाँ पे हमने total कंजम्पशन लेवल को भी देख लिया, दैट इज़ $121.2, और हमने हर स्पेसिफिक इनकम ग्रुप की भी एवरेज वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर ली, जैसे कि यहाँ पे 65, देन 77, 89, 101, 113, 125, 137, 149, 161 and 173. Let's say the average consumption of families earning $160 is 113, or the average consumption of families earning $260 is $173. यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, for example, there are 5 families in the group of $80 income. हमने 325 को डिवाइड कर दिया with 5, as the number of the families is 5, so we get 65 here. Like this way, we have calculated the average consumption expenditure of families that lie under specific groups of income. Here comes another concept that you can say, the concept of conditional probability as well. Conditional probability is the probability of occurring Y event when X is already occurred. यहाँ पे भी conditional probability का concept use होता है. यहाँ पर X given है, let's suppose 80. This is the value of X, that is 80. और हमसे पूछा गया है कि $80 कमाने वाली फैमिलीज की कंजम्पशन की क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी. सो हेयर $65 is showing that there are 5 families earning income of $80, and 65 is the average value, or 65 is the average consumption value. जिन फैमिलीज़ की इनकम $80 है उनकी एवरेज कंजम्पशन $65 है. और कितनी फैमिलीज़ की इनकम $80 है यहाँ पर? 5. 1 2 3 4 5. तो यहाँ पर 5 फैमिलीज़ हैं जिनकी इनकम जो है वो $80 है और उनकी एवरेज कंजम्पशन जो है वो है $65. तो यहाँ पे ये 65 एवरेज वैल्यू बता रहा है दैट इज जो 65 है ये हमारे पास एवरेज वैल्यू है ऑफ कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर. एक और यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आता है कि ये हमें किस चीज़ की एवरेज बता रहा है. सो हम कह सकते हैं कि जिनकी इनकम $80 है उस क्लास की एवरेज वैल्यू हमें ये बता रही है. ठीक है, इट मीन्स दैट 65 is the mean consumption value of a particular group or families earning $80 income. So 65 is not the overall mean value, it is just the mean value of a particular group. ये 60 families की mean value नहीं है, ये एक particular group की, जहाँ पे हमने लिया कि जो families $80 इनकम कमा रही हैं ये सिर्फ उनकी mean consumption value है. So here we can say that there is a difference between overall mean and a mean value of particular group. So 121.2 is the overall mean of all the families having different levels of income, and here you can see that 65, 77, 89, 101, 113, 125, 137, 149, 161 and 173 are the mean values of particular groups earning incomes of $80, $100, $120, $140, $160, $180, $200, $220, $240 and $260 respectively. It means that कि जो हमारे पास ये एवरेज कंजम्पशन वैल्यू है दैट इज़ 77, ये सिर्फ इस ग्रुप की है जिस ग्रुप की फैमिलीज़ $100 इनकम कमा रही हैं. इसी तरह से $89 जो है हमारे पास मीन कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर, ये इस ग्रुप का है जिसमें 5 फैमिलीज़ हैं और जिनकी इनकम है $120. सो ऑल दीज वैल्यूज़ आर दी mean consumption expenditure of particular groups of income. So here is the conditional probability which is divided among the group. Here let's suppose we have 5 families in first group, this group. that is earning $80, and if we assign conditional probabilities then it would be 1/5 for all the families of that group. इस group के families 5 हैं, so हम इसे conditional probability इनको assign करेंगे 1/5. नेक्स्ट कैटेगरी में 6 फैमिलीज हैं. हर फैमिली का क्या वेट मिलेगा और क्या हम प्रोबेबिलिटी असाइन करेंगे, वो होगी 1/6, एज देयर आर 6 फैमिलीज इन द कैटेगरी अर्निंग $100 इनकम. $120 वाली कैटेगरी में 5 फैमिलीज हैं, तो कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी इज 1/5 फॉर ईच फैमिली. लाइकवाइज फॉर ग्रुप अर्निंग $140 इनकम, conditional probability is 1/7 for each family. Similarly, conditional probabilities are assigned to each group according to the families present in that group. You can say that for the group of people earning $180, we are assigning the conditional probability of 1/6 as there are 6 families present in this group. And for $260 income category, we have assigned 1/7 conditional probability because there are 7 families in that group. So this is all about conditional probability in this table. We have discussed 3 major concepts till now. Table gives the conditional distribution of y on the given values of x. x इनकम है जिसको हमने डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया है, और उन ग्रुप्स के अंदर जो वैल्यू आ रही थी कंजम्पशन की, हमने वो प्लॉट कर दी थी. मेजर कैटेगरी x थी. हमने ओवरऑल पॉपुलेशन को 10 डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया. उसके बाद हमने उस पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप में जितनी फैमिलीज थी उनको प्लॉट किया एंड उनकी एवरेज ले ली. रिग्रेशन रन ही ऐसे होता है कि जब x या इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल जो यहाँ पे हमारे पास x है उसको फिक्स करके कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड करें एंड y दैट इज डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल उसकी एवरेज को उसमें प्लॉट करें. फिर एक लाइन ड्रॉ होगी जो पॉपुलेशन का ओवरऑल बिहेवियर बताएगी. एंड हियर नेक्स्ट इज कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी. हर पर्टिकुलर क्लास के अंदर जो फैमिली फॉल कर रही है उसको उस पर्टिकुलर क्लास के अंदर जितनी भी वैल्यूज़ हैं उस पर डिवाइड करेंगे. किसी में 6 फैमिलीज हैं तो उसको 1/6 कह देंगे. सिमिलरली वी हैव असाइंड कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटीज टू ऑल द फैमिलीज इन पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप्स. अगर किसी ग्रुप में 7 फैमिलीज हैं तो हमने कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी असाइन कर दी 1/7. इसी तरह से हमने हर पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप की कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर फैमिलीज असाइन कर दी. देन कम्स कंडीशनल मीन. हर पर्टिकुलर क्लास के अंदर जो वैल्यूज़ आ रही हैं उनकी एवरेज, दैट इज expected value of y given x equals to xi. एंड यहाँ पे जो ये xi है, this one, I represents the number of groups that is from 1 till 10. We have taken 10 groups of x. You can say income. We have 10 groups of different income levels. So we have discussed these 3 major concepts till now, that is conditional distribution, conditional probabilities and conditional mean so far. This is population regression line. This shows the population regression line. It is the regression of consumption on income. आपने ओवरऑल पॉपुलेशन ली, उनको 10 सब ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया. 10 ग्रुप्स में जो फैमिलीज फॉल कर रही थी उनका कंडीशनल मीन ले लिया. Then we plot them on graph, and the line that is drawn here, this line, you can say this line. So here this line is known as population regression line. This dot is representing a conditional mean of consumption of those families that fall in the group of $80 income. Here on horizontal axis, we have taken weekly income in dollars, and on vertical axis we have taken weekly consumption expenditures in dollars. So you can say that this is the conditional mean of consumption of those families that fall in group of $80 income, and the overall, you can say, average consumption expenditure is 65 here. And here you can see 101, that is the conditional mean of consumption. It is for the families that fall in the group of $140 income. Here you can say it is the conditional mean of the families, and the conditional mean of consumption is 149, and it is the conditional consumption mean of that families that fall in the group of $220 income. So we can say that population regression line is the locus of the conditional means or expectations of the dependent variable for the fixed value of explanatory or independent variable, that is x. Population regression line plots the average values of dependent variable, that is y variable, that is here weekly consumption expenditure. So we can say that population regression line plots the average value of dependent variable, that is weekly consumption expenditure. We have taken the average values of weekly consumption expenditures, and then we get the population regression line, this one. This is the average value, or it shows the average values of dependent variables. Now comes concepts of population regression function. This is all which we have learned in our last week, that population regression function defines the expected value of distribution of y given xi is functionally related to xi, that I have already explained to you. Or we can say that how average response of y varies with x. Okay, G, then expected value of y given x is equals to xi, that is the function of xi is population regression function. In case of linear function, we have discussed this linear function in detail in our previous lectures as well. We have linear population regression function. Here is linear population regression function, that is expected value of y given x equals to xi, that is beta 1 plus beta 2 xi. Why this is linear? Because the betas are in they are linear. They have the power of 1. That's why this function is known as linear population regression function.